My project is basically a visual representation of what it feels like to be out of control. It's kind of talking about those periods in life where you are in the middle of change and you don't know how it's going to end up at that point.
It's that inner brooding, like anxiety and depression, uncomfortableness. Just being uncomfortable around other people or even uncomfortable around myself.
I feel like I'm understanding that concept of going back into what am I trying to say, and was I really trying to say that, or was I trying to explore something else altogether? And that piece is what I really came to understand through this work. As I move forward, what I'd really like to think about is, what is it that I'm trying to say? When I first get my first idea, whatever that happens to be, like moving away from things in your childhood or growing up, moving away from different things, what am I really trying to say? How did that really affect me?
I wanted to show these pains that I had going through this process that everyone thinks is so wonderful. It brought me to terms with things that I wasn't okay with.
It's this universal sort of struggle that everybody is struggling some way or another, but how can I capture that and tell more of a story and make more of a difference, perhaps?
It was this recognizing of something that was universal, this circle that it made, this mark that it left behind, the residue from the coffee drying was just amazing to me. And so I wanted to have this presence of mind, this mindfulness. I wanted to be present in the moment and observe what was happening with my materials.
This is simply Heather's version of the family portrait with the toys, because they all told me about it. And then I found, especially when they were all in a group together, they remembered things differently. Like everybody remembered, oh yeah, that happened, but everybody had their own details.
I feel like just doing this by myself, having to set this up by myself and then constantly reevaluate it in the moment, I feel made me a little bit more sound in how to go about composing everything beforehand.
I'm lucky being a painter because I get to peel these wet layers of emotion and throw them up onto a canvas and be done with it, in a sense.
The show really shows like this, it's an instant, it's this moment when they look at their child and everything has changed.
A lot of my work has to do with sort of this like personal, intimate reflection on like what we do as people and how it like defines us.
I've always felt like that was what I was portraying like out in public, and when I got back home it was, you know, a different set of emotions that I found myself trying to tackle. You know, once I got home, once I was in my car, you know, once I was in the, you know, privacy of, you know, alienation, it was different. It was uncomfortable.
They wanted to show that this idea of an American dream is not always so easy, and that it's very raw and something that it takes a lot of stress and time out of you.
I think that everybody can maybe get something a little bit different out of work. It's, you know, maybe you're going through something and it really hits home to you, or maybe it's just an appreciation of just the light and how it looks. It's just a visual appreciation, but I think everybody can maybe take something different out of it.